Hi, I'm Jen Arnall-Culliford and I'm going to talk to you about the project that I'm just casting on. So the design is called Theme and Variation by Veera Välimäki from the Book of Haps, and you can see the short hap there. I've chosen to use the yarn that's recommended in the pattern, which is this Madeleine Tosh Merino Light. I ordered it from Meadow Yarn, and Ange was really helpful in helping me to choose a pair of colours that would go together for the stripes. And we've gone for Raspberry Cordial, which is the darker shade of purple, teamed with Logwood, which is a nice pale lavendery colour. And I'm knitting this for a teacher of one of my children. So I haven't worked with this yarn before, so I thought it'd be quite nice to have a little look at it and tell you about it. Tosh Merino Light is a single ply yarn made of merino, and just having a little look at it, it's got a beautiful bit of shine to it, the way that the yarn has been spun, as well as a little bit of halo, and the colours are absolutely beautiful. There's so much variation in each skein of yarn. Different shades make up each of the colours, so that it really gives a depth to the yarn. When you work with a yarn that's provided in skeins, you obviously have to wind it into a ball first of all, so my trusty helper has wound this one ready for me to cast on, and I'm using my preferred Knit Pro circular needles. They are quite pointy, so I'm not totally sure that they will be the right needles for this project. Because the yarn is just a single ply, you need to be really careful not to split the ply and catch the fibres, and sometimes if your needle's too pointy you can do that. So I'm going to cast on. I use the long tail cast on, that's my favourite method. And Veera tends to start her projects with just a small number of stitches, and the rows get longer as you go. So the shape of this hat is going to be, like a V, almost like a V shape. So we're casting on in the middle here, and the rows are going to go backwards and forwards, getting longer and longer as we go. So I've cast on and I'm now working through the setup row. And so there are various increases to do, but the yarn's feeling really nice. I think this is going to be one of those projects where you just always want to work another couple of rows to get to the next section. At least I'm hoping that'll be the case, because there's a plain section to begin with, and then you work various stripe parts before doing a very clever slip stitch edging. One of the big problems with my job is that so many lovely patterns cross my desk. I often want to cast them all on. Where am I going? Ah yes, one more increase and then a marker. I like these Frippery and Bibelot's Ringo markers. I'll just show you what I've got there. There we go, they're a little round one with a bead, so you can have different colours for different points in your project, and they're just the right size for these small needles. So I'm set off and I'm going, which is good because I'm hoping to have this finished before the end of term as an end of term gift. It's it's going to be really pretty, I think, but I definitely need to sit down and do some work on it. So the yarn's knitting up really nicely. I think I will try to find some more blunt needles. I've got some Addy Click circulars which I think might work well with this yarn, but you can't tell until you try, can you? So there we go. Not much knitting to see yet, but I'm enjoying doing it, and I shall maybe come back and show you when I've done a little bit more. Thanks ever so much. Bye.